Good afternoon, Board of Directors. My name is Laura Galicchio, for those of you who don't know me, and I am the new Executive Director of Healthy Community Brookfield. I am very fortunate to have the opportunity to stand up here and to show all of you all of the work I've been doing over these past few months. I'm very excited to act in this new role, and I'm excited to share what I have so far. So let's get started. So first, I just wanted to thank everyone for all of their hard work in this organization. Many of you have been here longer than I have, and it's important to recognize that I do not want to step on anyone's toes here. I am here for the same reasons that you are, which would be to improve our organization and to better the lives of Brookfield in any way that we can, especially when it comes to health and wellness. It is important that as a team we talk about who we are as a whole and what we want to represent in our community. A lot of hard work has been done by you all, and all these accomplishments have helped found our organization and make it what it is today. So in these past few months, I have done an extensive internal review of this organization and plan to make some changes. Although this organization is built on a lot of success, we have been struggling and have been made aware of some challenges from our outside partners. So my goal today is to educate you all on the upcoming changes and walk through our action plan to enforce change in Brookfield. So who is Healthy Community Brookfield? So I think it's important that we acknowledge where it came from, where this organization was originally founded from. So prior to standing on its own, HCB started as an affiliate to the Visiting Nurse Agency, and at that time this organization was referred to as Brookfield Health. And at that point in time, this organization was only managing 2 state contracts, which included health promotion within the school system and intervention and prevention surrounding cardiovascular disease. So it was then in 1997 that a generous donation of $2 million was gifted to Brookfield for the purpose of expanding the work of health promotion and wellness in the county. So this called for a new nonprofit organization led by a group of board members, and that is how Healthy Community Brookfield got its name, and that's where we are today. And as you know, we are here to promote health and wellness in Brookfield, and I have listed some of the various programs and services that we offer, which range from elderly services to violence prevention to smoking to well water testing, you name it. And among our organization, we have 97 diverse and hardworking employees. Just to shout out a few, which have helped tremendously, we have our grant writer, our program planner, and our chief financial officer, as well as our chairman. And, we also have all of our amazing community members and our registered nurses and community health workers, human resources director. We would not be here without all of your hard work. So it's important that you are recognized. Now, if we take a look at some of the factors that are affecting our community and our organization, just to start out, so as we know, Brookfield has a population of around 85,000 people, and it is consisted of several small rural communities, and these communities are mostly made up of blue-collar families who are in the agriculture industry and all the hard laborious positions within Brookfield, as well as state jobs, county jobs, government jobs, you name it. And it's also important to note that we do have various medical services that are provided, both public and private, in Brookfield. And we do have several other programs provided, including Meals on Wheels, we have elder services, the YMCA, transportation services, etc. And although we are rich in opportunity and culture here in Brookfield, we do struggle at times, and especially with our current economic state. Our school systems are known to be good schools, but we do lack funds there. And not only that, but our county health department lacks resources for it to perform the way that it should be performing. And unfortunately, our programs rely on grant fundings and the county budget fund as well, which we know is not doing too well right now. And one other major factor that has had an effect on not only our organization but also our community is the relationships and the current state of them. So HCB in general is known to be a good organization with intention to provide these programs and services to our community, but there is some confusion that remains, and this confusion remains among our key stakeholders as well as our community members. There seems to be a lack of understanding as to what we are intending to do and who to help, and unfortunately that does not suit us very well. And that also if we look internally at our organization, we do have a lot of strong employees, as mentioned, but due to lack of funds, our budgets are tight, and unfortunately that causes some instability among employees. So, we do have a lot of success going on, but we cannot avoid what is working against us right now. So I think that's very important to note. So again, over these last few months, I have, really learned a lot about the community and this organization, and I do see a lot of its potential. And, here, as you can see, I've mapped out some strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats among our organization. And although there have been points of struggle, I believe we have a lot to offer, but we may just need to change our approach to it. And again, we do have a diverse team of knowledgeable members who I believe are able to get this done. And, over the years, we have fostered relationships with our county health department and other key stakeholders. And we've established these relationships, but I think we just need to cater to them and we need to mend them. And, we have all these programs and services that we're able to offer, but they just, may need some fine tuning. And, the community has seen our potential, and I know it's out there, and I know we have it. So I think it's important that we take a step back to rebrand and reorganize ourselves. The identity of this organization has become lost as well, and it's important that we fix this before it gets to be in too deep. So in focusing internally first, we can work on a better strategic plan and adjust our financial plan to set us up for success. So once internally that's mended, I think it's important that we fix our relationships with our key stakeholders and our community members. We need to instill better communication processes just across the board and work with them to do what's best for us and what's best for Brookfield. Now, I'm sure that these mission and vision statements look familiar, and as you can see on the left here, these are our current mission and vision statements, and I have minimally adjusted them over here to the right, which is open to interpretation by the board, and I am open to all feedback, but the mission and vision statements serve as a definition of what our organization does and what it stands for. And it's been made clear, unfortunately, that, by our community and our stakeholders, that the purpose is lost somewhere in there. And in revising these statements, it will ensure direction for our employees and let others know who we are as an organization and that we are here to support them. So here I have set up some broad strategies that we can work towards here. And, in looking at a strategic plan and looking into the future, these areas are what I want to focus on, and that would be quality improvement, communication, and authenticity. So we are currently not an accredited organization for the reason that we lack a quality improvement plan. So we need to develop a framework that we can rely on for improving our systems and processes. This can also be used to look at the quality of our programs and services that we provide. And another area would be communication, which of course is key. And I want to focus on collaborating with other organizations and committees among our community. And we are all working together for a similar goal of improving Brookfield. So, having that collaboration and possibly in meeting more often with them, we can get on the same page and work towards that common goal together rather than separately. And then lastly, the authenticity kind of just goes with everything. We want to be authentic about the relationships and decisions that we make for our organization, and we want to build, these intentional relationships with our community as well as organizations and our stakeholders. And we want to create programs. I know in the past we tended to create programs and services, just for the purpose of doing it. And I think moving forward, it's important that we, put more intention into all the above, really. All right, and going off of that, we have the action plan here that, again, open to feedback, but I think it'd be in our best interest to create a community fair / fundraiser. The timeline of this would be the end of summer and back to school, so that would give us 4 months to plan accordingly for this. And this would be hosted for the community members, of course, as well as the nonprofit organizations and our key stakeholders. So there are several purposes of this, but I think, mainly we want to, in our rebranding and figuring out who we are as an organization, internally figuring that out, we can then externally go to our, to our outside members and present our new and improved version. So I think that would be really helpful to get the word across on what our intentions are, what our goals are, what we intend for the future. So it'd also be a great chance to collaborate with other organizations in our community. And then also I think it'd be a great opportunity for fundraising and getting donations, and these can be strictly since it's end of the summer, these profits can go strictly to back to school programs, which I think would be a great addition since we know that our schools are lacking funds. So for this, I would need the board to help out in advertising for this event, creating some type of swag that has HCB over it, something that maybe these organizations can keep at their desk just to know who we are. Also a bunch of outreach work and, setting SMART goals for this community event. And then, of course, developing a budget and getting donations and finding a place, a venue for this. And, I'm hoping that we can get the, local farms and other restaurants and people to, provide food for us and beverages, and we will do the rest. I think it'd be a great collaboration activity and a great way to get the memo out of who we are and what our intentions are for the upcoming years. And then, after this event rolls through, I think it's important that we effectively evaluate and we reach out to our stakeholders in our community and we get feedback on how we did. And if they have any, opinions about what we could have done better, what they learned, things like that. And then, I think if we internally, review this program, this fundraiser that we did, I think that would also be a great chance for us to, get some ideas flowing and, keep this as an idea that we could also do in the future. Well, just to summarize here, board, we need you. We need our board members to make this possible, so please consider all the ideas that I've thrown out here today, and I'll be continuing to work on this organization, and again, I'm open to all feedback. So I say we get this community fair started, and I'm excited to help HCB reach their full potential. Thank you guys.